Hi everyone. The problem that we are going to solve now involves the input table employee. So this table has below columns, that is ID of the employee, name, which is the name of the employee, location is the location to which the employee belongs to. So this is the entry of the employee. So this is our first input table. The second input table is employee Delhi. So this has the details of employee who are from Delhi location. So again here we have two columns. One is the ID representing ID of the employee. Second column is name, which is the name of the employee. So the difference between these two tables is in the second table we don't have the location of the employee, but we are aware that the details of this employee are from Delhi location. Now, as part of the output, what we need to do is we need to merge these two data. So merge the data from employee table and from the employee Delhi table. Along with this, and as we see, there is no location here. So for these users, we have to populate the location as Delhi. Along with this, we need to add a new column, which is the ticket number, and that column should be having value as 5 into the ID of the user. So that means 5 into 1 will be 5. So the ticket number will be 5 for this user, and likewise 5 into 2 will be 10. So that way we have to generate an additional column. So let's get started and work to generate this output. So this will be a very simple solution. So for this, what we need to do is we need to use the union operation. So we will use union all here. So this is our first table. We'll do union all and we will select the second table. Okay. So now if we try to do the union this way, union all this way by selecting all the columns and run the query, it will fail. Okay. So why it will fail is here it mentions that all queries that are combined using these operations, which has like union as well among the operations, they must have equal number of expressions in their target list. That means they should have same number of columns in the select query. So for example, like in the input as we saw, there are three columns in the first table, but in the second table, there are only two columns. Okay, so that's why the union operation cannot be done. However, if we were supposed to do the union with only these two columns, ID and name, so we can explicitly specify these columns, and now the number of columns is same in both the select statement. So this will run fine. So let's execute and see the output. So we are getting the output wherein we have merged the data from these two tables. But we now need the location as well. But we don't have the location in the other table. But and we cannot use union, because if we use union, the requirement is we need to have same number of columns. Then how do we do this merging of the data? So in this case, what we can do is, so we can mention the column here in the first table where it is existing, and in the second table, since we know that these employees belong to Delhi location, we will provide hard coded values for this column. Okay, so now the number of columns in both the select statement is same, that is 3. In the second column we have provided a hard coded value. So this value will apply to each and every row of this select statement. So if we just run this part, okay, so if we just run this part of the query, we will get the output as all the users belonging to this location. So this is a hard coded value. So it applies to each and every row. So this way we have made this table also kind of have three columns. So now what we will do is we will run this and see the output. So kind of we are nearing to the output that is desired. Okay, so we have reached near to that. Now the so whenever we have this requirement wherein we have to do the merging of tables which are having different number of columns. So for example, if we were not aware about the location of these employees, in that case or in those scenarios wherein we are not aware about the values of the column and still we want to do the merging, we can use null here. Okay, instead of that value we can use null here. So just for sample example, let's run this. So we will have null values. So this way we should handle the scenario wherein we are merging two tables wherein we are not aware about the values, so that the union operation will work successfully. So that because this way we will ensure that both the statements have same number of columns. So let's get it back to the same state. Okay, so this is where we were. Now the last part that is pending is we need to add the additional column, that is ticket number. So this is a new column that we need to add in the output. Okay, and this column has to be generated by multiplying 5 to the ID column. So what we will do is we will multiply 5 to the ID and label or give the alias as ticket number for this column. Similarly, here as well, we will do the same and we will run the query. So we have got the desired output. Now we need to note one thing. Whatever alias we give in the first select statement, that only will be given the preference. The alias given to the columns in the following select statement will not be considered. So for example, if we make this column name as anything random or say random ticket number, it will have no impact to the output column names. So let's run this. So still we get it as ticket number. But if we change this, then the column name will get changed. So if we have the changes done in the alias name of the first query, it will have impact in the output column names. So let's run this. So we have the column name changed. Also, if we don't have the column name specified here, no column name will be given to this column. So let's run this. Okay, so no column name is given. Hence, we always need to ensure that whenever we are performing the union operation, in the first select statement, the right column name is provided, the right alias name to the columns are provided. Okay, so that we need to ensure. So we have achieved the final result now, and this is our query. And whenever we have to do the union operation, and there are no duplicates in the data, and we do not we are not concerned about that scenario, then we should go ahead using union all instead of union, as this is a efficient operation. it will be a faster operation as compared to union. So that is all as part of this session. If you found this video useful, please like it. And if you have not yet subscribed the channel, please subscribe the channel. And please mention it in the comments what you liked about the video and any changes that you will like to see. Thank you.